November 22nd, 1963. A day that forever changed America. The assassination of John F. Kennedy shocked the world, leaving behind questions that, even now, remain unanswered. But what if the truth wasn't just about who pulled the trigger? What if the real story began in the autopsy room? Kennedy's official autopsy at the National Naval Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland, confirmed the tragic details we all know. 2 gunshot wounds, one to the neck, the other to the head. But buried within the medical records was something far more chilling. The president, heralded as the image of youthful vigor, had been concealing a labyrinth of health issues that raised more questions than answers. Doctors found traces of Addison's disease, hypothyroidism, and a startling cocktail of medications. By the time of his presidency, Kennedy was taking over 10 different drugs daily: painkillers, antipsychotics, steroids, and even experimental treatments. One doctor described him as never healthy, saying his medical records resembled those of someone far older and gravely ill. But this is where the story takes a darker turn. What if Kennedy's fragile health wasn't just a personal secret? What if it was a state secret? Newly uncovered files hint at a covert effort to hide Kennedy's medical conditions from the public and perhaps even his own staff. After all, a sickly president in the middle of the Cold War could have been seen as a liability. Was Kennedy's assassination simply an act of political violence? Or was it tied to his medical history? Some theorists suggest his illnesses may have made him a target. What if enemies, domestic or foreign, learned of his reliance on medication? Could it have been used to compromise him? Even more unsettling is what wasn't included in the official autopsy report. Leaked testimonies from medical personnel hint at unusual discrepancies. The president's adrenal glands showed abnormalities inconsistent with typical Addison's disease. One pathologist reportedly whispered to a colleague, "He was never," but the rest of the sentence was lost in redacted files. Could these abnormalities point to something more sinister? Some believe Kennedy may have been the subject of secret medical experiments during his time in the Navy. Others speculate that his condition made him vulnerable to poisoning, a potential backup plan if the bullets in Dallas had missed their mark. Official investigations like the Warren Commission never addressed Kennedy's health in detail, and perhaps for good reason. Revealing the extent of his illnesses could have exposed classified Cold War vulnerabilities or undermined public trust in the presidency. Was Kennedy's death the result of a lone gunman, or was it the culmination of a much larger, darker conspiracy? As more documents become declassified, one thing is clear. The truth about Kennedy's life and death may be more complex than anyone ever imagined. John F. Kennedy wasn't just a president, he was a symbol of hope and resilience. But behind the facade, he was a man fighting battles we never knew about. And the answers to those battles may still be hidden, waiting to be uncovered. What if the greatest secret of JFK's presidency wasn't how he died, but how he lived?